Hello and welcome back. I'm Nicole, a cottage witch, and this video is a bit shadowy because it is the middle of winter and the sun is going down. But it kind of suits because this is just going to be, I think, probably a pretty short little video where I talk about my new plan for working with plants in the winter. So I have a Herbalism deck that I made for myself that I've shown in other videos. And I've got the Herb Crafter's Tarot, and I love it. But those are both very summery to me, spring-summer decks. And I'm working on a version of my Herbalism deck that's pictures of all of those plants in the winter. But it won't be ready probably till next winter. Even if I got it printed now, it'd take a while to ship here. So, and I'm not ready to get it printed. I'm still missing some of the plants. I have to go out and find them this winter and take pictures of them. So that leads into this week. Probably it will be very shortly after the Hegswag unboxing that I posted, that I'll post this video. And in that box was the November subscription box, which was the Poisoner's Apothecary, which seems appropriate for winter. So we're in December now, but close enough to November. And in this box was all sorts of interesting things to do with the shadow self and poisonous plants. And I haven't spent a lot of time learning about those. And I also haven't spent a lot of time with this herbal astrology oracle, partly because I just ignore the astrology part because I'm not into it, but partly because it wasn't very spring and summer. I used it a little bit in the fall because it seems to suit that a bit better. But it did occur to me that this might work quite well as a way for me to explore plants I'm not familiar with in the winter. And some of these are poisonous plants, some of them are just plants I'm not familiar with, and some of them, like rosemary, are plants that are in my other deck that's very summery. So, and horsetail. I love horsetail so much. And plants, I think, also with more spiritual associations. And like that one I've never heard of. So there are a lot of plants in here I'm not familiar with. So I might pull out a few that I want to get to know a bit better, that feel maybe wintry to me or that are a bit poisonous. Now in this Poisoner's Apothecary, we've got this lovely Beneficium, I still have to look up what that means, candle that I may light tonight, and this Datura ointment, which actually smells, not that you can smell it through the camera, actually smells pretty good, but very curious, like nothing I've smelled before. So I may use that, or I think probably what I'll use is this Beneficium perfume oil, which is, what does it say? Smoky, floral, and dark woods. It's a really interesting scent. Crafted through the Scorpio eclipse season, which is kind of cool, even though astrology is not my wheelhouse. So I think, I love elder so much. So I think what I'm going to do for the next little while this month and maybe into January is light said candle, use said perfume, pull cards from this deck, and start reading this book. This is Plants of the Devil by Corinne Boyer. And it is a book about plants traditionally accorded ill omen, misfortune, and malevolence. So there are some poisonous plants, and then there are some like stinging plants that people associate with malevolence, which just sounds super interesting. And I kind of have a passing interest in deconstructing some of the fundamentalist Christian stuff I grew up with, so that'll be a sort of tangent of this, I suppose, possibly. But mostly I'm in it for the plants and the folklore, because, I mean, those are my two big interests these days, and that is kind of a really cool image. Yeah, so I think that's my plan for December wintertime herbalism. Because I think I've made all of the things that I need to make. I have the herbal tea blends that I need. I have, elderflower syrup for the winter and all that sort of thing. So I think this might be the way I engage with plants over the winter. But I will perhaps film an update later as I see how it goes. That's all for now anyway, now that the sun is completely gone. And I will see you next time.